So yeah, if Sly Cooper taught us anything morality-wise, audience, is you should not have a love interest that has the hots for your great grandfather. You know, like I'm, I don't know how you'll be looking at me the same way at that point. You know, like if I have an uncle or sibling, like I have to keep an eye out for that now. You know,
Oh my god, I've had this book for years, man. I didn't know there was a poster in the back.
which one?
Loser.
No, for the comic that I'm talking about, I have the
Ah,
trade paperback because that's what it came out as, and I
ah,
didn't realize it
okay.
was a poster. Oh my god! Guess what?
Dang.
I'm gonna put a new
I
poster on in my room.
I I missed it when comics did went the extra mile and gave you something like that. You know, they gave you like a
I love.
poster or a foldable thing inside. You know.
I didn't even realize that because I was like trying to figure out like what's with this last page,
Hmm.
and it was a
Gotcha.
poster of the cover. Oh my god!
Good for you. Good for you.
I
You
just have
know.
Damien Wall.
That's what that should really be the enjoyment when you read a comic, audience. You don't know what you're going to get. I mean, personally, with old school comics, I just love seeing the old hats. You know.
Oh yeah.
Hey, y'all
I
know.
even have
Y'all
I even
know.
have a poster on my wall from an Alpha Flick comic from like the
See,
90s.
there you go. You know. And I assume there's one Alpha Flight comic that's still in its what do you call it, its case. I recall passing by that once before. Um, those sealable cases never opened. You know.
Yeah, the graded comics.
No, not the greater one. This is like in a blind bag.
Oh yeah, the blind bag ones.
Yeah, those. Yep. And you don't know what you're gonna get when you open a comic, audience. Like I don't. Y'all remember the slogan of Slim Jims for Macho Man, right? Super to Slim Jim. But would you know it when I was like reading one old comic, like I think it was from the '80s or early '90s or whatever. It showed me the original slogan for Slim Jim, which was less than a meal, more than a snack.
That's gross.
Oh my God! Wow, Macho Man did wonders on Slim Jim's audience. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, we're on a tight schedule, so you guys just want to get to the intros.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to Confag Live, news and reviews of the week, audience. You're hearing me, Cryptid Secret 415. I gave you my intro yesterday, so move on. So,
Bricky Wall, Ace Comics here. Jake isn't here as usual.
Jake
That's
died.
all even.
hmm
I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim. Pronouns they, he, and are you guys ready to romance some dads today?
No.
for it,
Well,
go
too bad.
for
We're
it.
gonna do it anyways.
hmm And
Also, one of
together
the
we are.
characters has the same last name as me, so I feel like I should preface
Oh
that.
wow. Yeah, that was a precursor there, audience. It's written in the stars at which we'll read it. But all right, and together we are the Fanatics here to bring you the news and reviews of the week. And on our special Tuesdays, we bring you the reviews. Tonight, we bring you some Dungeons and Doom content, some Dream Daddy content, ending it off with some Luna Snow and everything in between.
Green
So,
Daddy
yeah.
sounds familiar, but I don't think I read it.
I'll I'll
What are the games?
I'll give you the synopsis of of my book is when we get to
hmm
my book.
Gotcha. So, all right. And before we get to our comics, do the socials, which.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't ready yesterday to do it because I took a long ass nap apparently.
hmm
But anyway, it's not
Oh,
important.
good.
So first of all, subscribe, I guess, because you should do that, or else
hmm
the guy on the right hand is going to come get you because that looks brutal as hell.
Yeah.
You can also
Yeah.
follow us on Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69. But if you want to
hmm
find me, because you like the sound of my grating ass voice sometimes, you can find me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at witch_of_Jotunheim. I just posted something on Instagram. You should go check it out.
hmm
Anyways, find me on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and Letterbox at Northstar Aria. And whenever I decide to log back into my Ko-Fi, it's gonna be under Witch of Jotunheim. Yay! And
Hey.
unfortunately, I could do a sketch commission, but I can't do any of the cool, pretty commissions because my iPad is out of commission at the moment. So, if you want a sketch commission, I won't charge that much, but hit me up on Instagram. Wink.
Technology, audience, technology.
Yeah, no, blame my shitty ass water bottle that decided to spill all over my fucking iPad, asshole.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cost me $500.
Wow. That'll make your wallet lighter. But
Yeah.
all right then. Since we're on a time limit, you guys want to just get started in the books?
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead. Tonight we're starting off with some Dungeons of Doom #1, audience. Go ahead, Austin.
Oh man, I didn't think I was going first. You didn't tell me. You didn't
Cryptid
warn
puts the
me.
topics. Cryptid puts the topics all the time. Yeah, sorry guys, I have no
No,
picture
no, no, no,
recognition
no,
right
no,
now.
no, no, no. But I don't really see them until we get in here. That's why I asked you to post them. But
Gotcha.
sure,
And I
Dungeons of Doom #1, I guess.
Yep.
Sorry
I
for no
blame
picture
Cryptid.
for me, guys. My phone hates me.
Okay.
I blame
Okay.
Cryptid for this book.
Oh boy.
I blame a lot of people for this book, but Cryptid is one of them because Red Hulk is in this book for slightly.
I blame Doctor Doom for putting him in a prison camp. All right, he's the one who started this. Okay.
I blame all these nations literally robbing a little girl of her inheritance right now. People don't remember Valeria was rewarded everything that Doom owns, which includes his castle and his dungeon, and every government now robbing a little girl. They're literally taking candy from babies.
Yeah, well, where is she in all this, Austin? You ever think of that? Like, it seems like
She's on the
America.
island hiding. Remember, they're
Well,
hiding on the Doom special
she's
hidden
hiding.
island.
She's hiding. Well, the U.S.
You
government's
want her to
pulling
be
the
when the
plug.
people shooting?
Yeah, well, hey, look, it's an American soldiers here trying to guard the Castle of Doom right now. I might as well bring up
No,
a
they're
quick
not
picture here.
guarding
Last
it.
time
They're
the
trying
U.S.
to
government
plunder
has
it.
taken over a country, it has never gone well. So
Yeah. Oh,
Look at this
would you
picture.
be
Look
okay
at
if
all these people
Hydra?
that are dying right
Yeah.
now because of them.
Which would you be okay if Hydra comes in and takes Castle Doom? Because that's what Hydra
no,
is also
that's
doing.
just as bad. That is
Yeah,
just
because like,
as bad.
yeah,
Both are
oh,
bad.
You got. Yeah, but you can't say it's just as bad. That's crazy. I'm
yeah,
not
nah, come on.
That's creepy. But sure, it is bad.
Well, bottom line is every country in the world right now is trying to get their piece of Latveria, and right now the Americans are the ones
Yeah,
who are
because there's a
pulling
culture
the front end
vacuum,
to
and
defend.
America has the largest
I was
fucking military in the world. So of course they would
Mhm,
like to swoop in and take all their
mhm,
resources.
mhm. Well, I mean,
it was
considering the fact that Doctor Doom screwed them over before, so yeah, yeah. But
Dude,
anyway,
they're gonna be left off way worse.
mhm,
I
we'll
pay
see.
attention.
They're going to be left off
it
worse when
depends.
they
Well,
were in.
regardless of it
Did you
depends. What
forget?
Doctor Doom did to
Did you
Anyways,
forget?
what
Did you
Doctor
forget
Doom
start the
did to
that?
fucking
Latveria?
book. Start the
Did
fucking
you
book. We're
forget
on a
that
time limit here.
the citizens were in a meat
Why are we
powered
on a
jet
time
earlier?
limit?
Oh,
I don't know
I thought
why
you were
we're
going
on
to
a
leave
time
early.
limit. It asked Cryptid. He kept saying we're
I,
on a time
Oh
limit.
yeah,
I thought
well
you,
we got
I thought you were
we
going
got a little bit
early.
of time to bundle, but we got it. All right,
Oh, okay,
so
okay,
as you can see, the armies are arguing. 'Cause I'm at work, but nobody's here, so I'm not really impressed right now.
okay, gotcha.
But as you see, the armies are moving in. We have America, we have Hydra, we had another faction whose name I'm not
Yeah,
remembering now because they
they're
suck.
they're they're the Latvian freedom fighters audience, and can I just say, like, all these freedom fighters are trying to get what they are owed from Doom because of all the torturement that Doom imposed on them. Like when you hear what they had to go through under Doom's leadership. All right. So yeah, free healthcare my butt when we talk about that. Okay. So yeah, continue on, Austin.
Yeah, so Latveria, as you can tell, is going through it. Their current leader isn't here helping them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the
No,
government
they
is a
don't.
whole
They don't
war.
want. They don't want their current leader. They're glad
No, their
Doctor
current
Doom's
leader is
gone.
Latveria. They current leader
Oh,
is
okay,
Valeria. They wouldn't mind that.
okay.
I'm sure they'll take anybody over Doom right now, but not if they're blowing up the planet. You know, the place
Right.
for it.
You know, yeah. Oh, for somebody that's labeled as smarter than Reed Richards, I would assume she would be
She's
coming
not
in
labeled
and
as Reed Smart or Reed
helping.
Richards anymore.
Okay. I'm glad that's settled at least. But somebody who's really ridiculously smart. I'm saying,
Yeah.
audience.
She,
And you would
if
think.
I remember correctly, her current standing is number 5.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, if she's like so smart, why isn't she coming in here and defending the castle as well? Helping to defend it.
Because she's so smart to see the future. She don't care about these small people.
Oh
See her about
wow.
the future. You see what she's doing? She's
Mhm,
reworking. She's remaking the Doom box into Phantom 4 helpers. All right.
mhm.
Also,
Gotcha.
if you were paying attention, she does end up ruling Latveria.
But what's she doing right now?
I don't know what she's fucking doing right now. Why?
Yeah,
She's like a
exactly. Like the
teenager. Who the fuck
right
gives a shit?
right now it's in chaos. So all right,
Yeah,
continue
because
on,
that's
Austin.
how it all goes. That's how it always
Mhm.
has been. This book
Yep.
fucking
All right.
sucks.
All right. So go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, the book is great.
Mhm.
Hydra comes in with all their old Hydra tech you haven't seen in years. There have been multiple
Yeah.
Hydra events where you go without like the Hydra. I want to say their X wings and stuff.
Yeah.
Their little space, not spacecraft, but their aircrafts, where it
Yeah.
basically just looked like they stole Phantom Force.
Yep. And it's up to Red Hulk and all his soldiers to be the ones to take the blunt end of destroying Hydra's fleets here,
Yeah,
audience. Like that.
Red
Mhm.
Hulk is defending the U.S. soldiers as Hydra is coming in to try to take everything,
Mhm.
and he gets a good few panels.
Yeah.
To be honest, he's
Yeah.
contacting with. Go ahead.
Yeah, I find it funny that, like, the Marvel seems to be really emphasizing the Red Hulk taking over Latveria. I mean, he's getting a lot of variant covers out of this. I mean, heck, let me bring up one of the other variants here.
I do think they plan to have him take over Shield or have a bigger part because
He should be
you
the
know
head of
that they
Shield.
do everything they can to have him not be in the Hulk books now,
Yeah, yep.
despite
I
everything
mean,
that's been going on.
it makes more sense if Red Hulk becomes the leader of Shield. I mean, he would be the Nick Fury stand-in nowadays, audience. I'm sorry, Nick Fury Jr. No, your daddy's shoes are too big for you, dude. Like you've had your chance. You haven't been pulling your weight. Red Hulk though, no days off for this guy. He's always has his eyes on the prize. So yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
But he's in contact with the Major and another group of soldiers who are infiltrating the castle.
Not the fucking major.
Hmm.
Well, that's all the name we got. I can't keep just the Major right now.
Yeah.
But
Get a fucking name, loser.
Hmm.
as they go through Doom's workshop, and I believe this is where the time machine used to be.
Yeah.
But
The
as you see, it's a whole
battle.
lot of broken clocks and all this other stuff
Yeah.
from
The,
I want to say
the,
Da
the
Vinci's time.
Yeah, the battle that was going on around here, audience, resulted in like a landslide falling down, where a bunch of the troops fell down into that hole. That's where they found the dungeon.
Yes, but I wish I had this panel, but I forgot to send it, so we'll let it
Hmm.
slide. But you can see Doom experimenting and working on people here. You see brain, hands, arms, everything hanging or in jars.
Let me bring it up. Actually, this is what the Americans found themselves,
I know,
because
that was talking about.
each of the factions, they find something different in these dungeons.
The America finds this, and they find, funny enough, they hear the voice of Charles Xavier.
Why
Yep.
the fuck is
Fuck you,
Charles
Wick.
here? Get out of here, Charles.
It's
Go
If
fucking
you
it's
were
a
kill his
new
hearing this
wife.
message, you have tripped the proximity alarm. Turn back. The room was never meant to be opened. It holds
Mhm.
an organism beyond your comprehension.
A mutant who should never have been born.
So
Oh
I don't know
Well,
if you
here's the
remember.
thing.
There's
Here's the
two
thing.
times.
If Charles was never born, we would have Age of
no.
Apocalypse, and
We're not talking
I'm
about
tired of Age
Charles.
of Apocalypse.
We're not
So
talking about Charles.
it was brought up. I'm bringing him up.
No,
And
that was
remember,
not
it's his
brought up. He's
laundry.
talking about a different mutant that should be born who's stuck in this room.
Yeah.
Who shouldn't be born?
Yep.
There's a mutant. There's two mutants in history that were said to not be born. There's that dude that can remember he was destroying all time and space, and then went back and undid his birth.
Yep. From
And then there was
Bendis
another
Dream.
guy who I think this guy is, if I don't remember his name.
What if
Ooh.
it was the other guy?
So it's probably the other guy.
Yeah.
It seems this mutant was so powerful, so strong that just being alive would have fucked up, all life instances. So what did he do? Charles at the time wasn't, the guy he is now, where he's going to personally go out and fuck you up or anything. So
Yeah.
it seems like Doom took care of the problem because somebody had to take care of the problem.
At least
Yep.
he did something.
They're like with the
Mhm.
Illuminati.
Oh.
Somebody had to be the first to destroy a planet. It just happened to be Namor.
Yep. Hmm. Oh, and I just
Um,
also like to add that these dungeons here under Ledverian Castle that's owned by Doom. Yeah, apparently Doom ended up killing all the contractors that created these dungeons
of
so that
course.
this will remain a secret.
No witnesses.
Yeah.
Wow. I
That's
assume
yeah,
those were
what
his
that's
own.
like. That's what you should expect. To be honest, you're working with a person known as an evil dictator.
Yeah, and yeah, I would assume those are Ledverian citizens, by the way,
Who the
Ledverian
fuck knows
contractors,
at
by the
this
way,
point,
audience.
Tristan?
Oh, just to do that.
Who the fuck knows?
I just want.
Get on with the
Yeah, yeah.
fuck.
I want to share. Yeah, I like the exploration of a lot of Latveria's dirty laundry in this. So yeah,
Yeah,
They're
audience.
not really
That's not
there.
the
They're just doing dirty laundry. They're not making this stuff.
yeah. And that's not the last I'll be bringing up in this book, audience. So yeah,
whatever.
see you on.
But yeah, so they discover a mutant shouldn't be born. We cut to the Latvian freedom fighters
Yep.
who just look like generic mercenaries. They were out their way to give these people the most generic mercenary look of all time, man.
Mm-hmm.
The
Like
rock slide had brought them in a different area of the dungeon. Some of them landed on traps and got killed for it.
yeah,
They
it
find
looks
a
like they're in a tomb. They're in a tomb in this part.
it's hard to say. I don't know. I don't feel like it feels weird to think that Doom just has a tomb under his thing. Unless it's like a
Yeah.
shrine to his mom down here. I don't know what else he'll put down here that
Yeah.
that'll matter.
Well,
But
it's worth exploring. So
we
what do
found
they
a
say?
dead Hydrate. Well, he's not dead. He's half dead. And he fell down with them and got his legs crushed by the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And they're asking, why is Hydra here? Why are you guarding? Why would y'all guard this part of the sector? And he's like, bro, you're about to find out. He
Oh,
yells
boy.
out raw to get something attention. And then he gets killed.
Yep.
But as they entered this, I want to say it kind of reminds me of a cathedral, all the different doors and pathways.
Mm-hmm.
But they go through one room and they do find. Wait, what is it? This does kind of look like the thing with his mom.
Yeah.
It's a crypt with a whole lot of tombs, and in them, at least one released I believe it's a magical monster.
Let me bring this creature up. Shimagora's cousin, I would think. You know, like the ugly stepchild.
I was trying to figure out who the statue was in the middle, because it might be his mom. If that is, this is the crypt of monsters. This is the place where terrors are buried.
Gotcha.
That was
and
it.
you know, and as the Ledverian freedom fighters are fighting against this monster, we do get a little bit more insight as a couple of these freedom fighters here, audience. Bori, the captain here, had you get the backstory that he had to witness his parents getting electrocuted and tortured by Doombots.
Yeah.
You see this one girl, her name is Sophia. Yeah, she spent her childhood in the Latvian work camp, and when her jaw got busted, they literally just replaced it with a scrap piece of a Doombot's jaw. Yeah, universal healthcare, my butt. Like yeah. So more of that happens. So continue on, Austin. Yeah.
But okay, we know Latveria is bad. You're not helping anything, shedding light on it.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
But the guy whose sister had passed away, he sees a ghost of her leading him to another path, another way. And he opens up another door, and they all jump in. They all jump in. He opens another crypt, and it seems like it looks like an ocean, really.
They just have no choice, really.
Yeah, either that or die by this monster. They all jump in, and that's kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find a specific dialogue I was going to say, but they start getting attacked, and then we switch to Chapter 3 with I think this is Hydra people.
Yep, the Hydra. Mm-hmm.
They are stuck in a dark room. They finally get out. They look like a more proper dungeon. You see like torture devices, cages, and stuff. Yep. But you also find a really heavy hammer, and they try to pick it up. They can't do it, but one guy does pick it up.
And this was after one of the other Hydra troops, like he's crushed basically. He's like trying to ask for help, but what does that other Hydra agent do? He sees him as weak, as a liability, so he shoots him in the head. And that's when the hammer calls for him.
He should don't make that sound like it's terrible. This dude is not calling for help. This man can't even say words. He's talking about
like begging, man. Like, what do you
he
think his
did
last
not
words
beg.
would
He
be?
didn't say anything. He's saying H and K. That's it.
He's still alive, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mercy killing. What do you want us to do? Try to carry him out of here into the other open world war zone upstairs?
Plus, Hydra are a bunch of
You're fine.
Nazis. Why the fuck would I give it?
But as he kills this guy, he gets deemed worthy of this hammer. I believe it's a hammer from Fear itself or around that time.
Man.
I remember. I think
this
Doom
event. This event has gone on too fucking long, dude.
This isn't an event.
This feels like a part of the event.
It's an aftermath for a larger story that's going to happen in the Captain.
Whether
America.
like it was going to happen regardless, one way or another. That ended 3 months ago. You know.
I gotta say, when I saw that hammer's design, all I kept thinking about was the God of War Thor hammer. Like, oh, the shape of it.
Yeah, because this is a more, I guess, like a more accurate look of what Thor's hammer would look like.
Yep.
Yeah, it's closer to the original design, which is more closer to a regular hammer than anything special. But the last person we cut to is Wakandan. And I'll talk with Kara in the channel about this.
Yeah.
Because like Kara was also like, why are these people trying to like get in stuff Doom's place? And I was like, Doom, I can name 5 things that any country you take with the world right now that Doom has. Time machine, power siphoner, multiple magic tools stolen from Doctor Strange. This man has Wakanda tech when he took over Wakanda with special vibrating. And then, you know, not even counting if like Valeria didn't have access to the Doom bots, because then you have like an instant army. But there's the power siphoner is enough that can steal the power of Galactus and even the Beyonder. It's more than enough for reason to try to invade Liberia the moment Doom's gone.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange needs to pull up and get all his shit back.
Man, they won't even let him be Sorcerer Supreme. You think they'll let him go get his stuff back?
Back.
Strange's biggest crime right now is being a white male. Okay, he cannot overcome that.
Yep.
Well, get his shit back, and then kill all Hydra, and then we'll go from there.
But Wakanda goes through the special interest of Doom's eye from Mount Doom. People don't know Doom. This dude's special secret entrance, and only he used to use in like the 60s comics.
Wow.
Before, you know, comics like, oh no, that's not that cool. That's kind of lame. But when he goes in here, there's a voice speaking to the Wakandan as he gets closer to the thing.
Yeah.
And they tell him, you have fallen through the Underdark. Just now you have descent through the Underdark or the dungeon. There our treasure awaits. Something is guiding this man. And you see and they tell you to kill any person that stands your way. It's the Bat God, but I forgot their name. I think it's Nagil.
I'm not even going to pronounce that.
Wait, I think I recognize this bat person. Can you put the name in the chat, please?
It's like Nagill or Nagul.
Let me get the book out. Let me at least try it.
He kind of reminds me of the bat guy, like the bat guy that possessed Blade during Blood Hunt.
It could be. The name is Nagiku. Yeah, at least attempted to pronounce that. Nagiku. I at least attempted to pronounce that, audience, so forgive me but the pronunciation. So, yeah.
Let me see.
Kind of looks like the guy that possessed Blade during Blood Hunt.
I just searched him up, so it's not him. You know, the name doesn't come up at all as anything.
Yeah,
so it might be brand new.
Yeah, because I gotta be honest, like when I heard when I saw that Wakandan was going to come in here, it just kind of threw me off base when I saw that he's taking orders from a bat. I'm like, really? Wait, huh?
I thought they were going to do the Killmonger thing, but people don't remember. After the movie version of Killmonger was so successful, they made a 5-issue comic that was really good to combine the modern Killmonger with the classic Killmonger to show a natural growth into that character. And in that one, instead of the Panther God, he ended up subscribing to, like, it was like a cheetah god or something.
Okay.
So I thought it was going to be like a follow up to that. It might just be another one of the fallen Wakandan gods that Doom got power from at some point.
Okay.
There's a lot of fallen gods who wanted Wakanda and wanted vibranium that Basque and Black Panther has beat over the years.
Wow.
So that's why I believe this is. I think we're getting a new version of Killmonger, since even female Killmonger is very successful for some reason.
Yeah, she surprised a lot of people. I'll say that. So. Yeah.
But that's it. We have a war on four fronts, basically. Though Wakanda does not care about fighting people, they're just coming in and grab what they can and leaving compared to everybody else.
Like, we just want our shit back.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a mini series, by the way, audience. This isn't going to be a one shot, so we'll still see what's going on. And as for what Red Hulk's doing, his main concern right now is the safety of the American troops. So that's what he's trying to find in these dungeons.
I do wonder. I'm more invested
I thought this was gonna be a D&D story, but no.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been funny.
You might still see a dragon. You might still see a dragon.
I am interested. I am interested in seeing how Latvia's freedom fighters come out of this, because after all the events done, these are probably only going to be the characters we see again if they live. Because obviously, if Valeria was running from Latveria, I think these people might have a say. Especially if they turn into democracy or anything else, like they try to do Ironheart and other shit that piss people off. So
it's going to be interesting,
Hydra, seeing how Hydra come out of this will be interesting too, because all their leaders are dead. Red Hulk, literally all Red Skull, Zemo, Battle Hydra, anybody of note is dead. The highest alive character they have is Crossbones, I think, right now. And no one's going to listen to Crossbones as a head organization.
He's a level 1 bad guy, audience. He's like your first.
This guy with the hammer might end up becoming a big deal when it comes to like the reemergence of Hydra.
Oh yeah,
they know how to handle it.
Mm-hmm. Something old, something new at the same time. Audience. We'll see how that goes. I mean,
we can move on though.
Yeah, this is just setting up like what's expected in the next upcoming stories. I mean, you'll definitely see the aftermath of One World Under Doom in the current Captain America book. So, and I'm looking at this right. This book is actually written by Benjamin Percy. So, yay! I mean, I'm glad he still get a chance to write Red Hulk. So, yay! But
listen,
all right,
I'm still, like, Wolverine ended, and I'm limited on books, so I have like no books this month. Besides next week, I'll have books next week, guys.
Gotcha. All right, then. With that, let's move on to the next. Austin.
Bro, you're setting me up. I knew it.
I thought you. I know.
It's fine. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Well, I still might have to at 10:45, but we got time to do those two stories.
Gotcha.
Let's see. G.I. Joe, the Dreadnought War. I think it's part 4.
Yeah, it's the 5th and final part to this event.
Oh, okay, 5th. Damn, I really liked this issue. By the way, I only got to read it yesterday. I think
you like it for a lot of the prize shots with Cobra Commander, don't you? Like
half and half. They were great, but I didn't like how he turned the situation around. We'll get to that now.
Yeah.
As the war, people don't remember Dreadnought's outside find G.I. Joe. They're getting fucked up because the full force G.I. Joe there right now. So now they're like, "Where's the Cobra Commander? We need to grab him. We need to go." Cobra Commander has took their, I want to say, the second command of Dreadnoughts hostage. He put a chainsaw on his broken hand. He just shoved his hand in there.
No, he literally ripped the chainsaw hand off this guy and put it onto his own misplaced hand.
I forgot that guy had a chainsaw hand. I thought he was just holding it. That's why I said.
Oh, and also keep in mind, this is the same guy that Cobra Commander bit in the neck.
Yeah, and you see the neck that's wrapped up.
Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't be surprised that literally the leader of an organization called Cobra would stoop to fighting you. Like damn.
But he has the guy hostage. He tells him, "Hey, I know y'all want to kill me. And y'all started this whole war to kill me. Let me off y'all alternative. Work for me, because I see what y'all like to do. Y'all like to party. Y'all like to drink. I can give y'all both that lifestyle easily. Just help me out. And you know what I mean? Kill some G.I. Joe.
You're all in it for the money. you're all in it for the money after all. Yeah, you could kill the Joes and get paid for it. It's win-win.
And basically, they agree. They're like, we're not joining Cobra. He's like, y'all have to join Cobra. Just stay the Dreadnoughts, and when it's time, I'll pay y'all to do something, and y'all just do it.
Yeah, these are the same people that were about to turn Cobra Commander into Pig Chow audience, and now they're working for him now. Like,
To be fair to them, that was not their plan.
yeah,
They met another
was,
weirdo whose plan that was.
yeah. Road Pig.
But it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
But we got the Duke and Baroness, and she's like, "Bro, what did you get us into?" And he's like, "We're not leaving here without Cobra Commander." And he cuts back. They try to find him, and he's standing in front of the Dreadnoughts. I believe I sent that picture too.
Did he stand in front of Dreadnoughts? I don't think you had that picture, but I do have a picture of the battle that I uploaded between the two.
Go to that picture. It don't matter. Just on that one.
Oh, okay. Nick, did you do?
Oh, that's probably why I didn't do it, because of that.
Yeah.
You see the full scope of this fight. Cobra Commander leading the Dreadnoughts and Duke leading the G.I. Joe. All you see is Kiko, and I thought it was funny at the bottom.
The sound effects of fighting on
this. Everybody gets some licks in, everybody gets some punches in, and then the first Transformer reveal to the full group, because most of the people never seen one yet.
Yeah,
happens. Hound punches the ground and will clutch to save their team, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
They had to do this audience because, like, Cobra Commanders, the Cobras ended up coming in as reinforcements for Cobra Commander's side. So, what do the Joes have up their sleeves? Their ace in the hole, their Transformer.
Well, but this did not. They don't know that yet. So, as you can see, Hound pulled out his gun. He starts shooting cars, blowing stuff up. And even Cobra Commanders, like, they have one of the machines. And he's in full shock.
I gotta bring up that picture I have. So I uploaded that one. Look at that audience. Look at
like the pure look in his eye. I was like, bro, I gotta take this one.
And you see, like, Road Pig there. He's like, "Mama's gonna give you a spanking," because he calls his sledgehammer "Mama" audience.
Yeah.
And the Transformer just kicks him out.
And Cobra Commander says, "Change the plans. We got to get that machine." Commander Duke says no. They start fighting again, and it's actually kind of funny because earlier people don't remember Duke saved Cobra Commander's life because Cobra Commander was going to let Duke and them leave. Despite him saying he would pay the Dreadnoughts to kill them, he was going to let them go and then do it another day because they saved him. But Duke was like, "Nah, we gonna handle this stuff now." And then finally, Cobra showed up for their commander, and I was very mixed on this when I saw it. Because Destro betrayed him in the first place. That's why we're in this situation.
I know, right?
And then Destro, the only reason he did this because Hulk basically was at their base and fucked up the stuff as he left.
Yeah.
So, like, bro, that's really some bitch shit. You're not making yourself a great villain with this type of situation going on. He's like a worse Starscream right now for me.
I would just like to think of it as like Destro realizes, okay, we kind of need as many allies as we got for the upcoming fight against the Transformers.
I know, but if you did all this to me and I almost died multiple times, when I get back, I'm going to remove you. Like, you're not going to be a problem.
My enemy is my friend in this situation. So.
I think the full reveal of like the female Cobra outfit and stuff, and I was like, bro, who made these outfits? Even organizations have their matching outfits is always like the funniest thing to me because I don't know how you qualify it happening. Like, their whole division just made the sewing outfits, making clothes. Who's their manufacturer, bro? If Nike making a deal with Cobra Commander that makes a sale to them,
a sell is a sell, So yeah,
I guess so.
Take it up with the tailors, If
I guess so.
Look at it this way, right? If your main job is to be making like uniforms for the military, somebody comes in saying, "I want you to make Cobra theme uniforms." If you say no, then they're just going to be going to the next tailor shop across the street. So
basically, we'll take our Louis Vuitton clothes and just be done. Our Gucci fits and be fine. But
we're throwing a free monocle for you too. So yeah.
Cobra Commander basically gets away on the jet with everybody. He even gives a salute to Duke, and it's very funny.
I got that picture.
Duke was so
Yeah,
mad.
gotcha. Man, dude is posing, man. You could tell in this picture. Oh, as soon as the Transformer revealed himself, audience, right? Because remember, Duke, he has serious PTSD from Transformer, right? As far as
Yeah,
you can see, they're
Starscream
all.
killed all his flymates in issue
Yep.
one Transformers.
Yep. As far as he's concerned, there's no Decepticon or Autobot. They're all bad guys in his eye. But given what's happening right now, that they need all the help they can get. When the Transformer revealed himself, Duke is like, okay, he's not on the bad guy's side right now, so let's just go at it.
That's why I wish he did have a better reaction to it. Because in the same
Mhm.
issue panel where you see Cobra Commander's reaction, he looks over to see what Duke thinks, and Duke is
Mhm.
just staring in disbelief as well. But it's not as
Yep.
good. It's not as good a reaction shot like how Cobra Commander's was. I do wish they kind of framed them the same,
Gotcha.
but
Yeah.
it's still a good scene.
Yep.
But the moment it's over, he turns away. He realizes he failed. He sees Clutch. He's like, "Bro, I know how you feel about the robots, but let me explain." He punches Clutch in the face, which is less than what I would have did.
Oof. Oof.
Because
Yeah.
I would have felt. I know how betrayed he must have felt. He picks up
Mhm.
2 guns and aims at the robot. Talk, robot, now.
Wow, he doesn't even give him the dignity of calling him by his name. He just calls him
You
a
don't know his name,
robot.
to be fair.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He has, no one called. He hasn't. No one has called him Hound yet in the scene.
Gotcha. Oh,
But go ahead.
speaking of Hound, when Cobra Commander and his team were leaving on their chopper, right? Funny enough, Hound Pig actually sneaks aboard Cobra Commander's helicopter. He literally grabs that wheel from the helicopter as it's going back in, like I'm
Yeah.
coming too. And the pilot's like, "Oh my god, what's going on? We're heavy. But we're still getting on
Yeah.
air."
No, heavy this dude has to be dragging down the whirly
Yeah,
bird.
yeah. To give you guys a better glimpse, Road Pig, he feels like he's from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah,
Yeah.
the fat, hillbilly slaughtering kind who will feed you to his pigs. Ugh, ugh. Of course, he'll be cobras. Yeah.
But then we get the best reveal, the best twist of the franchise so far.
Uh-oh.
Hawk returns and stitches himself up because one of the Cobra people got him in the side.
Yeah.
And as he does it, he talking to a girl. And he talking about his sister. So I actually saw this coming by accident, Cryptid,
Oh, I
because
didn't.
earlier in this issue, I didn't see it beforehand, but early in this issue, there's a scene with the Dreadnoughts I didn't want to bring up yet.
Mm-hmm.
But as they're joining, I believe as they're about to join Cobra and stuff, they mention the girl has a brother, and we have not met that brother yet.
Ooh, okay.
I believe it's here. It's Zarana, Zardar, Torch, Ripper, and brother come with me. But you only see 4 people there when he said that. He said 5 names.
Okay. I'm not familiar with any of
So
those names, but yeah.
they mentioned having another brother earlier. So that means this Zartan and Zadara have another brother that he mentioned earlier at some point. So I was like, oh, the moment they showed her, I was like, oh, this might be the brother of Zartan, whatever his name was.
Oh, Zarte. Let me bring up the picture.
Yeah,
Go
all of
ahead.
them have the ZA name.
Gotcha.
But he's been playing as Commander Hawk since the robots first revealed themselves.
I
And that's
really want
also
that.
why Hawk was probably met Duke and was acting like an asshole when they first met.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was about to ask that because, when it got revealed that Hawk was undercover agent, I'm like, wait, how long was he in disguise as Hawk, or was this whole time? You
Yeah.
know?
He says this may be the longest ruse he has ever did, but it's worth
Mm-hmm.
it. Since those robots came to Earth, he took this role. So he had to take it around the time where Starscream first showed up and started blowing stuff up.
Oh man, that is sad. So what happened? So in that case, what happened to the original Hawk then?
He
Is he?
most it's a GI Joe. He's most likely captured in a bunker somewhere,
God damn,
and
man.
Yeah,
I
haven't
can't
you
wait
been
to see.
paying attention?
Hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how this blows up. Cause this changed a lot of
No
stuff.
puns intended, guys.
Yeah,
Because
and also,
he
mhm,
reveals he's doing all this for chaos. He doesn't care who wins the war. He just wants the
yeah,
war to be fun. He just fucking up both sides.
he's a warmonger, and that at least gives me some comfort in knowing that this isn't like a Cobra spy infiltrating the Joes. This is just a whole nother faction onto itself. So, we'll see where it goes. Um, But this also does at least give me some hope because remember how we were talking about Baroness' situation, right? How Hawk, along with it was Hawk, right, who revealed
Yeah.
that he, amongst other generals, orchestrated this whole attack on Baroness,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And we thought like, oh my god, this is gonna be a ticking time bomb because once Baroness finds out if the Joes were the ones who sent a hit out on her parents, ooh.
Yeah, it was
But okay,
all
it just
this
started.
dude. Everything
Yep,
starting to make sense.
yep. Okay. That makes more sense now. So I'm at least somewhat relieved.
It's still
But
probably
yeah.
gonna blow up in their face.
Hmm.
But I
Gotcha.
do think he's gonna reveal Baroness. He's gonna do something. I think he's gonna leave and let Hawk come back and reveal it at the same time. So Baroness
Hmm.
is going to kill the real Hulk by accident, or at least try to kill him, which
Ooh.
ends up being her being kicked from the group and eventually joining Cobra like how she's supposed to be.
Aw. It's like the Invisigal situation. It's like I want to see Baroness, make it into Joe's.
Yeah,
But given everything that she's gone through, if she decides to join Cobra, I honestly wouldn't blame her. So yeah. We'll see what happens. We see a cover of the next issue, audience. Austin, what's the name of the Joe that The Rock was playing?
that who was playing?
The Rock.
I do not remember. I did not watch that terrible movie.
Okay, but regardless, that person, it looks we see he's going to be on the cover in the next issue, audience, and it appears he's going to be working in a food truck, and he's on top of that food truck with a Gatling gun. So yeah, yeah,
Okay,
we'll see how it goes.
Marvin's Melts.
What?
That's what he call his food truck is He calls his food truck Marvin's Melts.
God, Marvin's melts.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was his food truck
grilled,
title.
grilled cheese, I guess. So nice BLTs, I would assume. Man, I'm just looking at the pecs of his arm. You're telling me he gets those massive pecs from working in a food truck, audience. You know? Wow. So, all right, but yeah,
Yeah,
it was a good issue.
yeah. It was a
Entertaining.
nice little mini event, 5 issues. It
Yep.
can, it ended with
Yep.
the big reveal that about the robots for everybody. And now everybody's
Mhm.
on the same page finally.
Yep.
It still is kind of like biting the I won't say biting. It really is still trying to buy time. I guess the best way to say it,
Yep.
because we still got to get the part transform GI Joe meets Optimus in them. That's going to be like their big crossover event at some point. So
Yep.
it's the first step towards that.
Mhm.
Hopefully that's this year, and we'll have to wait 2 years for that because that'll be kind of lame.
Hey, this isn't the Massiverse we're talking about, Austin.
I
So,
know, but Megatron's already back. Most of the Decepticons and stuff. All the other Autobots come back. If they're gonna meet him, need to go ahead and do it.
gotcha. Well,
Not to mention all the stuff in Roid Rivals in space going on that might end up coming to Earth.
oh, true. But yeah, good issue. But you have any final thoughts on this before we move on, Austin?
Duke, get better paneling, and that's it.
Yep, you have the body for it. So anyway, all right, audience, you heard us talk about dungeons. You heard us talk about the Joes. Now let's talk about
The
daddy.
dads.
The daddies.
Okay, so
Explain yourself,
it's been
Witch.
okay. First of all, it's been a really light month for me for new comics. So I pulled something from my archive from my childhood, well, my high school era, so technically still my childhood. So
basically your
if you
dungeon,
don't know what
right?
Dream Daddy is, Dream Daddy is a dating sim that was created by the Game Grumps. Well, technically other people with the help of the Game Grumps, but not important. And you play as a dad who gets to romance other dads in a cul-de-sac. You get options, okay? And so the
What
issue
about all the moms?
Yeah.
yeah, this is not a mom dating simulator, okay? This is a
I'm
dad dating simulator.
wondering. Okay.
We're not doing this hetero nonsense here. We do get to see one of the moms, but not important.
Hey, now my favorite character.
Not important to the story. Anyway, so the issue I specifically chose was it was definitely a Robert centered issue, but my favorite dad, Damien, the goth dad in front of you, yeah, he's also in it because he's my favorite, and we share a last name for reasons that make sense.
Oh.
So yeah. Anyways, let's get on to it, shall we? Anyways, so basically we start off with like a scene of like a deer being hunted by a monster. Don't worry about it though. And then we cut to our main character of this issue, Robert Smalls. Okay, that's his name. He's known as like the bad dad in like the lore of Dream Daddy, but don't worry about it. So he's like looking out his window, drinking like whiskey or scotch or whatever the fuck he drinks. I don't know. And he sees that he has some new neighbors moving into the old haunted house next to him, And he notices that this guy has pink eyes. He's holding a little bat taxidermy, which, fun fact, there's no legal way to own bat taxidermy, like bat specimens. It's a long story, but not important.
Your dose of trivia, audience. Your dose of trivia for tonight.
Yeah, if you're gonna do taxidermy stuff and own specimens, do not get bats. Make sure you look up what is legal and what is not legal. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, we see Damien, Damien and his son, which we'll get back to them in a little bit, moving in, and then we see Robert looking through like spy goggles over here, fucking going back to the last book, G.I. Joe style over here. Tactical shit. He's like, huh? Like, I've seen we gotten ourselves a regular Bela Lugosi. It could be worth investigating. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Who cares if Damien? And like, who cares if this guy's actually a vampire? Anyways, so we cut to Robert leaving the local bar, right? Jim and Kim's, by the way, if you didn't know. And we see him just like walking home, smoking a cigarette, like turning into a German expressionism film. And if you can go to the first picture I sent.
Yep. There we go.
There we go. So yeah, he's like walking around. It's very noir-esque, okay, and everything like that. We see him grab the knife out of his pocket, and then we see a very mysterious, long-haired, cloaked figure.
Oh.
And this person's having a nice moonlight stroll and everything, and Robert's like, "What the fuck?" And so this mysterious person is like, "Oh, you look lost and a bit tad afflicted." And everything like that. And he's like, "Oh, I'm willing to assist you in any way possible." Robert sees Fangs, drops the knife, and leaves. Like, he runs. But, yeah, don't worry. He wakes up. Probably just a dream. Don't worry about it. He might have been a little drunk. It's fine, Robert. Anyways, so he wakes up, and then he got a message on Dad Book, which is like, the in-game social media. If any of y'all have ever watched or played it, every time I watch people play this game, they never choose Damien. They always choose Craig or Robert. Justice forgot that. Anyways. So, he gets a message, speaking of Craig, from Craig, and he's like, "Yo, like, hey, bro, you still, like, coming to the cookout? It's your turn to bring the protein." He's like, okay, so basically, Craig is, like, the fitness dad. That was recently divorced, by the way, because one of his kids is a baby, but don't worry about that. Not important.
Yeah.
Not important. Important.
Who the fuck divorces right there with a baby?
Wow.
Shit happens.
I think you just said she died. That would have been better.
No. She's still alive. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Okay, so Robert's like, ugh, I have to go to this thing. So he goes. He goes to the cookout. He notices some Victorian jelly. Okay. over here. So remember that long-haired, cloaked, mysterious figure from that dream? Yeah, he's here and everything like that. So basically, we get introduced to a man called Damien Bloodmarch. Same last name. I told you, same last name.
Yeah.
Anyway, so basically, he introduces himself and everything like that because this is probably his first function, since moving and everything like that. And so Robert is like, "Oh, that's a name if I've ever heard one." I get like very similar interactions every time I do that. Every time I introduce myself. Anyways, so he's like, "Oh, you're the one who bought the haunted Victorian house," and Damien's like, "Yeah, the real estate agent informed me of the
fuck you
lore."
mean haunted?
It's like, yeah, the real estate agent informed me of the lore of the house, and honestly, but I believe seances are a great source of entertainment. Wonderful for parties. Love you, Damien.
It's a draw,
Love you, Damien. Yeah. And so Robert's like, looks like you got a thing for the macabre. And Damien's like, I prefer to see it as a comfortable relationship with death's inevitability, And obviously Robert's a bit nervous because, he's like, oh my God, vampire, and everything like that. Anyways, so, Damien's like, oh, it seems like we're out of ice, like, and all this other stuff. So he's like, oh, let me, it's like nice talking to you again, Robert. And like, Robert's like, again, keep in mind, Damien goes inside to like go get some more ice or whatever the hell. Yeah, so that dream wasn't actually a dream. Damien remembered seeing Robert by the docks, by the pier. You know how it is. So basically, Damien goes inside. He has like a freaky little scene. Can you go to the next picture? I think I sent that picture.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the picture in question. Robert, you're going a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you there. Anyways, so later on in the day, Robert goes home and everything like that. He's doing his fucking weirdo, fucking conspiracy theory shit, trying to figure out what the fuck's up with this guy. So, guess what he decides to do?
What?
He does a stakeout at Damien's house. That's not weird, especially to your new neighbor that you recently got acquainted with.
Wow.
So, yeah, he's like looking through like some books or whatever about the supernatural or whatever, and then he overhears Damien say something about like talking to his kid, which I'll get into later. Basically he's like, oh, when I purchased that Iron Maiden for your birthday, like you promised it would be for decorative purposes, not for miscreant behavior. He says miscreant, by the way, because Victorian era. And so Lucian, that's the name of Damien's son, by the way. He's an emo kid, by the way. A goth and an emo. Oh shit, the same household. Anyways, so Lucian's like, it's not a big deal. I was testing its authenticity. I was not trying to hurt anyone. And Damien's like, trust me, I understand. However, like, it's about safety, and that's a priority to me. And as Lucian's a teenager, he's like, okay, whatever. And Damien is like, at least finish your drink. It's good for you. And Lucian's like, I'm going to my room, Dad, and everything like that. And so Damien's like, okay, good night, Lucian. Like, I love you. And Lucian's like, I love you too. Like, whatever. I don't really sleep at night. And yeah, raising teenagers is hard. I know. I was one. I was one. I'm in my 20s now, if anyone was curious. Anyways, so yeah. Basically, Damien thinks it's blood. It's not blood, okay? It's literally just an elderberry concentrate with some vitamin C because, take your vitamins, kids, if you have them. Yeah. So basically, Robert doesn't find anything and just leaves, I think he forgets that goth people exist and people who like to dress up as vampires, but whatever. Anyway, so Robert's sneaking around the house and sees two square-like plots open, Ooh. He's like, oh, maybe that could be like for a coffin or something. Me.
Yeah.
Anyways, so basically he decides to text what he likes to call the Jesus and Mary chain, which we'll get back to them later. And so he's like, hey guys, I need holy water, like pronto. And Joseph, that's the Jesus in question, is because he's like a church pastor, youth leader guy. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, Robert, it's so nice to hear from you. Though I would like to believe this is connected to you turning a new leaf, but I highly doubt it. And he's like, damn, called my bitch ass out like that. So anyways, he's like, scratch that, I'll bless my tap water or whatever. It's like, you're not a Christian. You don't follow any of those denominations. How are you gonna bless tap water? I thought you needed to go to like a priest or something. Anyway, not important. We cut to the next morning at the Coffee Spoon. That's the name of the coffee shop that Matt works in, who is my other favorite dad, but not important. Anyways, he's trying to figure out, how do we kill vampires? Anyways, so we finally get to see our girl, one of the only moms we see in this entire goddamn game, is Mary, who popped out 4 fucking kids and now is a wine aunt, like a wine mom. You know, and she's like, oh, like, that's a long face, like, you know, blah, 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 you know, she's like taunting him. And Damien is behind her because her and Damien are friends. And so Robert's like, oh, I'm like thinking about mimes and, you know, show her that. And he's also like, oh, it's like mimes are like the true starving artists, like if you think about it, blah, 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 everything like that. And Mary's like, okay, well, anyways, I don't care. She's like, Damien, I'm gonna bring her drink. We're grabbing our drinks, BRB. No. Don't let this weirdo sell you whatever he's on. And everything like that. Anyways, so Robert, being skeptical as hell, he's like, do you like Italian food? And Damien's like, yeah, I mean, like a Capri salad can be refreshing, change of pace, you know, like stuff like that. And so he's like, what about garlic bread? And Mary's like, Damien, like, fuck off. Anyways, let's go, Damien. You know, like Robert's being weird as shit. We'll catch you at the bar tonight, Robert, you know, and everything like that. And so those two leave, and Robert's like, oh shit, she's gonna get killed by this guy. And so basically he steals Joseph's fucking Bible because Joseph was there apparently. And so he's like running off and he misses them, but he takes his truck, someone's truck, and he makes it to the animal shelter and everything like that with a stake in hand. By the way, he has a wooden stake in hand. And can you cut to the next page? And like a madman, he's running on in. And he finds out that Damien is just a normal fucking person who also works at the pet shop. I think he's also like in tech as well, but not important to this conversation. Wow. And so Mary's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you holding a stake? And, you know, Damien is like commending him for the lovely craftsmanship of the thing. And so Mary is like, wait a minute, did you really think Damien was a fucking vampire? Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's hilarious. And Damien over here, keep in mind, he's the one with the purple shirt holding the puppy, you know? Because, you know, he's just a regular person as well. Mm-hmm. And so Damien's like, I'm flattered, like my aesthetic, you know, I wasn't expecting you to think that I was actually a part of the supernatural. That's sick as hell.
I have a life outside of being a vampire after all, you know? There's more to be.
Still be a vampire. Anyways, not important. So Robert's like, but I swore on the night of the dogs, like, you know. And so Damien's like, oh, were you inebriated and dropped your pocket knife? Like, I got it for you. Like, I'll send you an invitation for tea so you can get it back. You know, it's like, oh, like I am appreciative of antique knives as well. So, and everything like that. And he's also like, I'm also have a fascination for Victorian Monster Hunter books if you would ever like to browse my personal library. And so while they're having that conversation, one of the dog that Damien is holding, jumps out of his hands, and don't worry, he's caught by Robert and everything like that. And so he's like, oh yeah, well, I should probably get you a drink or something for all the trouble, you know. And Damien's like, that sounds like an excellent idea. Like, I'll even let you sniff the red wine to be sure. Anyways, can you cut to the last picture?
Yep.
Cool beans. So they're all in Robert's truck, you know, they're all vibing and everything like that, and they're just driving into the sunset, you know, well, driving away from the sunset. But yeah, that's basically the end of that issue. I thought it was really cute. Also, fun fact to anyone who actually cares, Damien is our only canonically trans dad. So if you're wondering where Lucien's mom is, well, no more Lucien's mom, it is Lucien's dad. Because even trans guys can look like a fucking vampire.
Gee, nice bit of trivia there, you know?
Yeah. Well, also, Damien's my favorite dad, so of course I stole his last name.
There you go. There you go. You know.
So yeah, if anyone can figure out my name, I named myself after 2 fictional characters that I liked. So
Mm-hmm.
figure it out who is who, and no, not the Marvel character,
The more,
guys. I should preface it.
the more you know, audience. The more you
Ding,
know.
ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Well, we got a chance to see what's in Witch's dungeon, audience. So, you have any final thoughts on this before we move on, Witch?
I want more Dream Daddy, please.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go.
And also make yourself a dad Sona. I might end up doing that in the future.
Nice, nice. But all right then. I guess with that, we should move on to the next book. Austin,
Yes. All right.
go for
Knull number 1. And I know people are like, why the hell are we talking about this guy? Why is he still a thing?
For
The
once,
book
I'm
does a
not the
good
one.
job. Go ahead.
Mhm. For once, I'm not the one bringing up a spider adjacent book, audience. So, yeah, yeah.
For once, I think they do a good job of justifying his existence in this book.
Okay.
The first part of the book is just re-going over his origins, how he get the everything with Celestial, some other stuff that happened, and then the next time we cut to him, he's in jail, which he's locked up in Hela's dungeon.
Oh boy. Once again, we're talking
Uh,
about dungeon today, and Witch just left. So,
oh, damn!
mhm.
And in the dungeon, he's guarded by a guy who's wearing a symbiote and taunting him. And Hela has to come in and be like, "Bro, what are you doing? Are you stupid? You're wearing one of his servants.
Mhm.
If you get too close, he can control it." Because Noah lost a lot of power, and he's only here because of technicality. People
Mhm.
don't remember Noah lost the right to be King of Black against Venom in the main timeline. Different versions of him lost against other people, Spider-Man, Carnage, all that stuff.
Yeah, this is
None of
what
those really
happens.
matter.
Yeah, this is what happens when you already reach the peak of your character, audience. And I'm talking about the King in Black event. You know, it's all downhill from here on out with Null. You know, so
Actually, I disagree because the way they're setting
oh,
up, I do think he can even reach a higher height based on everything they're saying.
okay, okay.
So Hela has Noel. Long story short, Hela has Noel here. She easily breaks his arm. By the way, he reached out through the cage to try to reach the symbiote from the guy, and she breaks his arm. And she tries to explain
Okay.
why Noel is alive because she brought Tyr here. Tyr, as in the brother of Thor, Tyr Odinson,
Oh, okay.
God of War for Asgard. Go to the first picture, I believe.
Do-do-do-do.
Oh, go to the first picture. Look at the next picture. That was Noel.
Oh,
That was the first picture I wanted people to see what Noel looked like currently. But she
okay.
explains you have to remember, he's not just a king in black, he's the king of the void, of nothingness.
Mm-hmm.
Before the stars, before the celestial made anything, there was darkness and there was Null. So
Mm-hmm.
when Eddie
Oh,
Brock was being done, he don't Al Ewing fuck up the King of Black stuff that everyone's mad
yeah,
about.
yeah.
He basically made it so there was no King of Black, and when there's a void of King of Black, the universe gives you a King of Black.
Oh boy, it's a natural order.
And that's how Noel returned. And I was like, that actually makes sense because the way he said about the voice stuff.
Uh-huh.
The problem is he came back weak. He didn't come back in power. He got defeated. So he came back really weak. Hela captured him. And anytime he starts gaining strength up, she absorbs it. And she steals his power.
Dang.
Which is, I think, how we're probably going to get the Queen in Black thing they already announced.
Okay.
But
Wait,
that's
so
why she has him here. Anytime he gets any semblance of type of strength, she reaches in and grabs him. Because the void of life is death.
I feel like there's an ex-wife sort of gag joke there, but I'm not going to say it. So, yeah.
Most men would be happy to have Hela grab him like this, but not Noel.
Take all your stuff though. It's like saying like they get your whole paycheck. That's what you're telling me.
And that's how it be, all right?
That's
Seen her?
That's not half. That's the whole check. Like, come
Have you
on.
seen her? Some men will gladly do that.
Okay.
But she gives him some pointed words on purpose. She says, "You gave me less of the dark energy before. It appears that you're starting to outlive your usefulness, God of nothingness. But
God
perhaps
damn.
that will be your final escape, becoming nothing again.
Jeez.
But as he does that, Knull thinks about it. He says, "Nothing, nothing." The Asgardian wench is right. I am nothing right now. I'm nothing. I am the void.
Don't
The
let
great
her get to you
absence.
like that. Don't let her get to you like that.
No.
Dude.
Listen. He hyped himself up. All right. It starts off bad, but he starts thinking about it. I am the void, the great absence, and it's time for me to prove it. And what he does is Krypton, he retreats into nothingness.
Wow.
Because the nothing is the absence of anything. Because he's the god of the void, and the void is the absence of anything. So now Knull has a new power.
It sounds like you're the god of nothing.
He's the god of the void, man. That throwaway title that that Donny Cates gave him when he had him kill Sentry, it became the most important thing about his character.
Okay.
The guard comes back in. He's like, "Bro, where did he go? He's not in the cage."
Yeah.
He stabbed in the cage, trying to see if he's invisible, and the Knull's just not there. And then you get the panel. I don't know if I shared it to you, but it's Knull teleporting behind the guy.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, I think it is.
Knull comes out of nothingness. And he's like, "Bro, this is not a trick. You were still correct. The cage was empty, but I am the great emptiness. When the cage was empty, I was already in the cage. But guess what? When you were out the room was empty.
What?
So I was in the room.
So you're everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
It was the funniest. It just made me bust out laughing. It was so funny to read.
God damn.
I was like, if you're gonna do, I'm so happy they're just going nonsense with this bullshit because that's so funny.
You might as well have a laugh.
He's just playing on the words. That's 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I will say he did a full 360 because like when you were talking about how like all the stuff that Hell was telling Knull, I'm like this is some straight up masochist sort of content right here. But okay, he turned it around. So
yeah, well, she's right.
Yeah, I'm nothing.
I loved it. It's the funniest shit you could have done with this ability. And he kills the guy, takes the guy's. I think I got a picture too, where he ripped the guy's head off.
Yeah, that's the last picture.
Okay, so he takes the guy's head off. Oh, you didn't do the Thanos picture?
No, these were all the pictures I got.
Well, that's a spoiler. But I thought I had a Thanos picture. Knull ripped the guy's head off, put on the symbiote, and gets his suit back.
Okay.
And it's like, it's time for you to return to me, my child, away from this insignificant blight. Much better. My strength is increasing. Death is the void of life, after all. Every death is the end of the end of a universe, technically. Granted, a small universe from such a small creature, such an unimportant small creature, but that will do for now. Because I don't know, I know that's going to confuse the people what he said, but that's because they did all that dumb shit with the Phoenix and the Phoenix book and a lot of other shit. It what he said makes sense if you read that book, but we didn't do that book, so I'm not talking about that book.
Okay, gotcha.
But he didn't rip the spine out the guy to get the full power of the symbiote, because people don't remember in the King of Black, in Absolute Carnage, they revealed the reason the symbiote has your memories, your powers, all that stuff, after you even after it leaves you, is because it keeps a small part of it in your spine.
Yep, the Codex.
The station that, yes. Yep, he ripped the Codex out of the guy to get the full power. So now he has, his regular, he doesn't have his regular strength for obvious reasons, but he has now base level, at least, as Guardian strength.
Okay.
And more. He goes around killing more guards, getting more suits. And then the dude finds a spaceship, and he gets it and flies away. And I'm like, this nigga not worth a spaceship? But then I remember, he had the symbiote dudes with all the other people, so he had their memories and shit. Of course he know how to work a spaceship.
And it's also canonized that like symbiotes could hack into consoles, so how difficult.
Yeah, I forgot about that dumb shit. Oh, whatever. It is what it is. But Hela is like, finally, he's doing something. This is working directly into my plan. Every word she said earlier to anger him and enrage him was purposeful. She wants him to gain all the strength he can. I believe she's going to try to absorb it at the end, which is how we get the Killer and Black stuff. That's also the problem with Marvel revealing events and stuff before books are done. If you tell us she's going to get a Hela in Black, the Queen in Black event, you don't show us Knull number one, him going against strength, knowing that she's going to, win in the end anyway.
Exactly,
Though I'm sure whatever Knull does, he's going to fuck her over in the end. Because Tyr tells us straight up, you're playing a dangerous game, and usually when you play dangerous games, no one ever really plays exactly what you want them to play. We see it all the time with the Grandmaster, all the other stuff. We saw Avengers No Surrender. Anytime you try to play people like pawns, it doesn't always work out in your favor. The only people who worked out in their favor were the humans in that last event.
Oh yeah,
that's only because they just didn't snitch and tell the whole universe, because they could have fucked them over.
That was organized chaos, is what it was. So.
And they could have got fucked over, but everyone involved decided to keep a secret. But as Hela does this, she reveals she still has, I believe, it still has one more symbiote, and then she starts making a call. She says, I need to lead Knull down the path of power, but I also need to make sure he stays in the realm of what I need him to do. I also can't let him get too powerful. I also can't let him escape. So she makes a call to ex-boyfriend. That ex-boyfriend is Thanos.
Oh boy. Well, we haven't seen Thanos been around in a bit, so okay.
I think it's fucked up too, because I really liked her and Thanos together, and they ended it because the movie decided not to do it.
Yeah.
But the next issue seemed to be Knull fighting the army of the Chitauri.
Ooh.
And I was like, changing his role to be nothingness. Oh yeah, because the main reason I brought it up, the nothingness. Hela specifically brings up the fact that in the Phoenix book, they had the god named Oblivion, who is the god of nothingness. Knull's building up strength. I think he's trying to replace that cosmic person.
Okay.
I think that's the role they're going to try to move Knull towards, to make him more a regular cosmic being instead of the god of symbiotes. I give him more stuff to do, and then you don't have to use him or worry about him all the time. Like you don't worry about the Living Tribunal and all that other stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you go cosmic level, I mean, in that case, Nola's really that OP. If you're telling me he's god and nothing, so there's
he was already killing celestial stuff at the start, and then he realized he had new powers and stuff.
Oh boy. Yep.
But Oblivion is a great end of all things. Knull wishes Oblivion is the great end of all thing that Knull wishes to be. Oblivion is Oblivion is the divisor. The divisor that seems equal to the living tribunal. So that means if he lives equal to the living tribunal, that means Oblivion is to the living tribunal what the living tribunal is to like. So you remember the one above all. The one above all, one step ahead is the living tribunal. That means the one below all and one step above him is the Oblivion. That's what Oblivion stands.
Okay.
And they keep missing it, so that's what Knull is aiming to try to be. It seems like.
The hierarchy of cosmic entities, audience.
And that could, since they're how goofy they're going with it, as long as they stay this type of feeling, I think you could do a lot with Knull going forward and let him build up his own stuff where he don't feel just tired and played out.
Yeah.
So I do have a little bit more hope after seeing how they did this issue about this character.
Yeah.
But it's also Al Ewing, and I feel like Al Ewing is trying to fix his fuck up with the Venom stuff.
Well, I mean, it's the most entertaining we've seen of Knull content in a while, so he's off to at least a pleasant start,
So the real question is, he's going to come to Earth for obvious reasons to get Venom, because Venom beat him, and Venom has, access to that other power and other stuff.
Yeah.
The real question is, I don't. The third thing, I don't think he's actually going for Venom itself. I think he's going for Dylan. But Dylan
Oh,
killed Venom, who was King when he was King Black,
yeah.
and Dylan just happened to also bleed with Mary Jane.
Okay, that's the one way to tie those characters together.
I think that justifies that fight a lot more than just be like, oh, Mary Jane's gonna fight Knull tomorrow for some reason.
Yep, yep.
So I don't know. It was a good start. I can
Hmm.
see if people like 50-50 on it. I can see if people decide to skip it just because they already spoiled the event.
Yeah.
But I do think it's going to be a good little mini read for this
Hmm.
character.
Sounds like it. So hopefully it'll keep up that momentum at least. So, all right. You have any final thoughts on this before we move on to the last book of the night, Austin?
Make Knull more funny, bro. Okay, it's really hilarious. That
It worked.
him
It worked
coming
out
to
good for
realization
Venom.
and just going turning because nothing. This was the funniest shit I've seen in a long time.
Going comedic route went good for Venom after all. So, all right.
Yeah, we're gonna get Knull Lethal Protector, bro. I'm telling you, we gotta get this era.
Gotcha. But all right, then with that, let's move on to the last book of the night, audience. So, all right, the last book of the night, Luna Snow World Tour, audience. Oh, good.
Boo.
You're not the only one who's going to be saying boo, Austin. You won't
Thank
be the only
God.
one. Okay, so this basically starts off, in Luna Snow's concert. She's ready to perform. Her fans are in the arena, and as soon as she starts singing, she gets booed.
Yeah.
Boo, boo, boo. I wish Witch was here because this is also another fallout from what happened in One World Under Doom. Because, in case people need reminding, Luna Snow was kind of being pressured by her studio to be making Doom propaganda content. Being hey, it's best if you're a celebrity to kind of stay in the middle ground because no matter what side you choose, you're going to be angering a certain percentage of your fan base because this is what ended up happening, right? You have one side of fandom that's like, "Boo! You were a traitor to Doom," and the other side of the faction that were like, "You joined Sunfire, you fascist," and this and that. Or how can you side with Doom? So yeah, she was just caught in the middle of this. Again, this was not her choice. She was being pressured by her production team to do this, to do the whole Doom stuff. So
I
as
thought she
they
decided not to do it though.
she still wore the costume and there were still videos of her and I think there were some what you call flyers of her endorsing Doom. Yeah. So she went as far as to record a soundtrack. So yikes.
I really want to hear the song. They should have released it, bro. I want to be the property and like Fast Forward did. Fast Forward First Steps had a song they played the credits where the
Yeah.
humans were like, "Let us be devoured by gladness." And
Wow.
I want that for
Man,
Luna Snow. I want to see what song she was
absolutely.
saying to make people like, "Yeah, go Doom."
Yeah, go our glorious dictator. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, so when the production team realized, okay, this concert isn't gonna go well, so that's when. But they anticipated this, which is why they had a new K-pop singer all set to do her thing. Her name is Vibe, and she kind of has like this Boa Hancock sort of appeal to her, where she sings and everybody pretty much instantly falls in love with her you know, because that's what her power is, apparently. She spreads good vibes, audience, and you basically want more of her, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And this is also more salt to the wounds for Luna because they're basically like saying, look, we know you were in a bit of a pickle there with the whole Doom situation, but I think it's time for us to move on. Yeah, sorry, Luna. You might have to call in an early retirement. I mean, heck, your powers are about cold, and her powers are about making people feel good, which sounds a lot more wronger than I originally anticipated when I say it. Her
Yeah,
powers
I
are
like to
feel
feel
good.
good too.
a K-pop star telling with the power to make you feel that way. Okay. So yeah, Luna Snow is on downtimes, and a month passed, and you take whatever jobs you can get, right? So now she's performing at a bar, and now she has a new look to her. She has a punk rock sort of aesthetic, and I hate it. Nah,
Yeah, the
this
whole
this kind
point was he a K-pop punk rocker now.
yeah.
That's kind of lame.
This kind of reminds me of what they did with Dazzler. I don't know if you
Yep,
remember a couple
they
years
always do it.
ago. They tried upping her, sorry, quote unquote modernizing her by giving her a heavy metal look to her, which doesn't look good. Luna Snow, her songs about cheerful. They make you feel hopeful, good inside. Now she's a rocker. Oh, and it's funny that I should bring up Dazzler because I had to get this other variant of this comic too. By the way, um, look at that. You know, I was lucky enough to snag this variant cover audience. So they had a good team up. Is what I'm saying. So anyway, Luna Snow, she performs her concert. Of course, you're gonna have some angry fans out there, and she still tries incorporating her ice powers into the performance. Unfortunately, she kind of freezes the bar she's at, so yeah, she kind of has to pay for all that. And as she's walking down the street, sulking, that's when you see one of Vibe's robots walking across the street and making people feel good.
Yeah,
Yeah, a robot that makes you feel pleasure, audience. Are we at that point in society? You gotta ask
yes,
yourself that. Wow, wow. But yeah, no, it's literally walking in the streets, playing vibe songs, asking for like hands out and donations, and shooting hearts at everybody. You know,
yeah,
selling love is what I'm seeing here, audience. Okay, but yeah, to put a long story short, like you find out that this was part of an evil plan by Witch's favorite character, Star Fox, who's orchestrating
yeah.
all of this.
What?
Yeah, he randomly pops up in this because he's apparently orchestrating all this. Uh, that came out of nowhere. It turns out Vibe's manager was Star Fox this whole time.
That dude has nothing to do with Earth.
I know. This is just part of his plan to like take control of Earth or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense at all. Luna Snow gets some help from her old crew like Sunfire and Wave, and even Rick Jones pops up because he was a rocker back in his day. I don't know why Rick Jones is here, but it was just random.
That's all this book sounds like.
Yeah,
But they're
randomness.
like, oh, let us know still popular Marvel rivals. Throw our bone.
Yeah. So regardless, like they end up defeating Star Fox, and it turns out Vibe, she was a big Luna Snow fan too, so she's thankful to her. I'm like, lady, you literally kicked this woman out of her own job, and now you're saying, "Oh, I was a big fan of yours." Like, wow, wow. um, yeah, and then this issue just ends with all them having fun at a park, and yeah. Um, That's it for this one shot issue by Greg Pak. I can at least say it was the best issue. It was the best comic he's written in a while for me, at least. Audience. Um, doesn't make up for the plantation with Sam Wilson. Not really,
No,
but nothing.
nothing will ever make up for that story. It won't be made up for until Twitter finally reads it and be like, hold on now. This dude made this racist shit. Yeah.
I know, right?
Like the fact that
Everybody.
Twitter, all their preaching, all this stuff, let that comic go and end without talking about it. It's crazy.
Twitter, Blue Sky, it still surprises me that to this day people are shocked when I tell them what happened to Sam Wilson from a comic that's already over a year old at this point. So oh boy. Well, Greg Pak, I would like to say you stuck the landing, but at least at least the plane came in unscratched, you know. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Good cover, audience. I mean, kudos to the art team, and yeah. That's really all I gotta say. But yeah, we reached all the books, audience. Alrighty. So yeah, no ending theme song for us today, but yeah, thank you all for joining us, and let us know what you guys read, and hopefully you'll be with us next time when we talk about the media news next week. So, alright, guys, we'll see y'all later. See ya.
And I can drive home.